Yes, yes. The boys are back. You are now tuned in to Knock 'em Out the Box, episode 160.
160. Ends up.
My name is Vinnie Paz. I'm here with my co-host with the co-most, the Mr. Majestic, left, right, left kid, Mr. Brendan Long, looking thin and handsome, if I do say so myself. As is this Irish Billy. Off air, I said, what are you getting better looking each week? This guy thinks
It's
he's
all in the hips, baby.
wow. Now, Brenda, do you believe that Billy thinks he's the hunk of the show? The looker?
He's got the mane. He's got the
Mhm.
you know.
I mean, the fans are always clamoring for me when I'm not, I'm out for a couple weeks.
It is true. I can't deny that. But you're saying it's because
Semi
you're a beefcake?
Correct.
Not because of your knowledge of the sport.
No, I mean, I have none of that. So
Your distinctive knowledge.
the only
of the
thing I
sport.
have to offer is the
Are those
beefcakiness.
Because
Correct.
looks.
He's a beefcake. That's
Right.
Right.
Yeah. So, all right, guys, we got a lot to get to. We'll get into some news and notes first. We haven't talked since the fights. I think you were out with the fam.
I was around.
Yeah.
Local. You think I'm on vacation when I go?
Well, look,
I have to send
I didn't bring that up.
shots of the directions as to where I go, and it's 6 minutes from my house.
Look,
Go literally 6 minutes. And going to the beach, he goes, "You're on vacation."
You're in the water.
Well, if you go to the beach that much, I mean, I think we can start to add them up to a vacation.
You guys are just.
If you're always at the beach, there has to be some sort of every 3 beach days is one
Right.
vacation day.
Right. I think that's a rule.
I said he's up to vacation
So my
5.
sister lives on the beach, so if I go to her house for dinner, it's a vacation or lunch.
If you go 3
If
times
you
in
go
the
3
summer,
times, that's 1.
Yes.
You see, okay, so you guys do not have any beach culture. For you, it's a big trip to.
Oh, this is the exact problem. He just
No,
said
it's not.
beach culture.
Because
Like
you're
he's
in beach
living
culture,
a
you don't-
vacation.
No.
You live a life.
No. Let's
Yes.
No,
He just proved us right, Vinny.
Right.
hump
You
your.
don't even need an over-under.
You guys don't have a villa in Italy, therefore you don't know. Right.
Villa in Italy. If I lived in Italy in a villa, it wouldn't be vacation. If I came to Philadelphia for a week, that would be the vacation. So what I did notice with people from Pennsylvania and New Jersey, like my friends from North Jersey, going to the shore was this like big event.
Correct.
And for me, going to the beach is not. It's just a thing.
I don't know that now that he's moved, you can put that on Billy, but yes, certainly to me. I don't know if Billy would say.
Right. So for us here, like where I live, I showed you, I live on the water.
Right, but you think normalizing something makes it less of what it is.
It's not a vacation if you live in it. Like if I went to Philadelphia for a vacation, and if you went to Philadelphia for the day.
If you live in Fiji, your life is a vacation.
Correct.
That's not true.
Is.
I go on vacation and don't go to the beach.
Right.
But I'll be at the shore.
Right.
I avoid the beach with every ounce of my being.
You're not a beach guy?
I am an anti-beach guy, officially on the record.
Really? Oh, I'm a beach guy.
See?
Why a beach guy? You're a pool guy?
I'm definitely a pool guy.
I'm not a big.
I can't imagine you naming more things I skeeve than the beach.
Why?
Like,
what did I text you, Vin?
Like playing in shit? I'd be like, yeah, that's worse than the beach, playing in shit. And then like I'd start running out.
But like the salt water heals you. It's refreshing. You catch waves. You drink beers on the beach. You hang out. What do you mean? So what, you like a pool, like poolside? You'd rather be poolside?
That's all right.
A lot of control.
Not a big fan.
Better
Controls the environment.
Oh, listen, if you're a pool person, I get it. I'm not. I didn't grow up with a pool. I don't really like pools. Now the pools are much better than they used to be. Remember we were kids, like the chlorine?
Oh, yeah, your eyes were all
like,
red.
Yeah, it was like going into a deep fryer.
It looked like you smoked 6 blunts of fucking kill.
What do you have, Bill? You have like a saltwater pool?
It's not saltwater, no.
It's chlorine?
Yeah.
Bill, is your pool in ground?
Yes.
Classy.
All right, so
Class.
going outside at Bill's house, is that vacation? So if I go to a resort and they have a pool and I go swimming in the pool, right? I'm on vacation.
Correct.
But if you have the resort in your backyard, by
Yeah,
your
but mine's literally in my backyard. Your beach is not literally in your backyard.
100% it is. It's down
No.
the street from my house.
Up down the street. That's not your backyard.
Right.
Nah, see, this is stupid because Vinny just said if you live in a villa in wherever you said, you're on a
Right.
permanent
If
vacation.
you live in Fiji and you
No one's
walk
listening
out,
anymore.
right? Everyone's turned
No,
off.
everyone likes this part because now I got you. You live on vacation, not me.
Who
Mm-mm.
does?
Bill, you live in a hellscape. You refuse to do anything.
If you tell
We
me
can't argue Vinny and vacation in the same
if
sentence,
you
so
tell
he's
me
good.
Irish Billy Betts is on permanent vacation, I don't have much argument for you.
Um,
I think he lives in a permanent vacation until the kids are all riled up. That's
you,
when it seems like hell. But
yeah, well, you take non. See, I don't disagree with that either, though. Like, I don't have to go on a vacation to a. I'm married to someone who does to like a beach type of place. I could consider a vacation. Like if I went to Chicago in March, which wouldn't be fun, it'd be cold, but that would be my vacation.
no,
I would go and enjoy Chicago.
no,
Why not? If I went to Chicago for 5 days, that's a vacation. And
I think
I'm
that's a
off of work.
vacation.
I don't know what that is, but it's not a vacation.
Oh, well, whatever.
It's visiting a city.
It's only not a vacation if you have the kids with you. I don't have vacations anymore.
Right, right.
Oh, I like going away with the kids.
Mm.
You're a little bit sick in the head.
I enjoy it. They enjoy it. We enjoy it.
All right,
What do we got?
Stark. Adrian Broner says he's not on Don King's fight card, is the upcoming card, and he's ready to sell pounds to take care of his 10 kids and family. He faces over $800,000 in legal debt and has agreed to pay off $1 million jewelry bill in installments.
Ugh.
Quote, I love Don King so much. I'm still trying to become world champion under his umbrella, but the way things going right now, I got to think about myself because he already a billionaire and I ain't got a damn dime. And I know I can call some of my close friends for money, but my pride in the way. But this shit is diabolical. Make it make sense. Even though I lost my last fight, no disrespect, but that N-word still isn't bigger draw than me. I just want to get back in shape and make my own money. I ain't asking for a handout, but if I have nowhere to go or stay or no fight date, I guess I just got to sell drugs to take care of my 10 kids and family. Motherfucker said, fuck me. So fuck it. Call me. I will beat your plug price. I mean,
How?
I,
First of all, I don't want to get too deep here, but from a standpoint of a wholesaler, retailer,
yeah,
how?
what are you? Who are you?
Right. You're going to beat the plug price? Why?
Yeah, I mean, the low
And
hanging
yo, you're
fruit,
over here basically
you
begging
just
for money.
or
Yeah,
you're either begging for someone to save you or announcing you're a drug dealer that's about to commit crime.
right. Bro, you fought, I'm going through it now. In 10 years, okay? In the last 10 years, he's fought 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times in 10 years, okay? And 1, 2, 3, and 4 times in 6 years. Okay? You're a semi-retired fighter. You should have lost against Jesse Vargas. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're 2, 3, and 1 in your last 6 fights across 8 years. Shut the fuck up. You've made your bed. You're 36 years old. I'm gonna get dark here. I'm surprised you're alive.
I was going to tell you my marker number was 30. He'll be dead by 30. He's 36
Yeah,
now. My marker's now moved to 40.
Right.
Because you can call him done when he was 28 and losing fights, but you
Yeah.
knew he'd get booked again, even though we knew he was, like he is.
Bro, this guy's burned every bridge, treated everybody like shit.
This
Um,
isn't a guy that's easy to feel sorry for when it comes to delivering this information. When at 23 years old, B, I could be off with the fight number, right?
yeah,
But at like 23, he was like 30-0 and a three division champion. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
something in there, around there.
yeah, right, right.
I don't have it right in front of me. But it
Anyway,
like,
this is just totally irresponsible. Um,
well, when you flush bills down the toilet, when you burn money, and I don't mean that as hyperbole.
figuratively, yeah, he literally did this.
Yeah. I'm
Um,
not really sure where where he's a dickhead ends and he's also mentally ill starts and comes into play, and
yeah,
how
I mean,
much.
so here we go again, right? You and I always say this, like the mentally ill, right? The whatever his case is,
Yeah,
too much too soon, excess, now it's burnout. Um, a really hard guy to root for, a really hard person to like.
yeah.
Um, at one point, I'm going to tell you which fight. Um, the Antonio DeMarco fight and the Vicente Escobedo fight right next to each other.
Uh-huh.
I said, wow, this guy's talented. This is 2012. Okay.
Yeah, I was at the
Because
Daniel Ponce de Leon
because
fight.
I wasn't sold on him after that.
Right.
Because
Because
I
some people
picked,
thought he lost.
I did.
Yeah.
I thought he lost. And I said, he's a flat footed guy. He fights in spurts even then. So
It's
then,
still true now, what, 13 years later?
yeah. And here we are talking about this guy. And then after Antonio DeMarco, he fought Gavin Reese, then fought Paulie. A lot of people think he lost to Paulie. That was a good performance. Then he lost to Marcos Maidana after clowning him and mocking him. Um, and, he's just always sort of been, a piece of shit. So I remember the post fight after Jesse Vargas. Um, just everyone around him he treated like shit, and this is what happens when you do that. So
The post fight when we were kind of coming out of COVID, I forget who it was, when he was sitting at the dais with Brian Custer and like cursing and talking extra hood. Like, look, man, I'm just this motherfucking check. You know what I mean? I
was that
pay.
Blair Cobbs? Because that was like
No,
last year.
no, before
No,
that.
was it
No,
was it the Pacquiao loss?
no, no. I guess I can look. I just don't
Yeah,
care.
there's Giovanni Santiago he fought and Bill Hutchinson. I don't remember those fights.
Um,
So that was at the Highlight. He fought at the Highlight Casino. I'm going to look at the events.
it's the Mohegan Sun one,
Okay.
Joviani Santiago. That would have been
Or-
February 2021.
Okay.
So it was like a year outside of COVID. So there
Right.
either was
Okay.
no one there or a few people.
Yeah, it was on Showtime. Yep.
Yeah, that's it. Because he was
Okay.
talking to Custer and he was just like real reckless with his mouth, no puff. In terms of in terms of what you're saying, like you're not helping me like you, Brona.
Right.
Like you know,
That whole crew, like all them dudes, sort of fizzled out. I'm looking now, like Rushay Warren. What was the other guy's name? Robert Easter. Um,
I mean, despite the fact that there's an age disparity, like Tank was slash is a part of that crew because I would see them all together all the time. Maybe they don't hang out, but
yeah.
that's who I would see together. When
Well,
I
yeah.
tell
Then
the stories from
Broner started training in with
Calvin
right.
with Calvin Davis, yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. You're right. So yeah, that is what it is. I
You
mean,
lost that fight.
we just sort of been you're just
Like you're
watching
over it.
you're watching it in real time, and it's like how many more you pull a gun, it's you're watching Tank as the younger Broner. You pull a gun, you hit a girl, you burned a jeweler, it's like, all right, man. Like
Yeah. What was I mean, uh, there's just been tons and tons of Broner stories. Like, I mean,
tons.
he was a purse snatcher before he became famous. He beating up old ladies. He got locked up for that.
Yeah, the fact that he hasn't done real ticks lately, and by lately I mean a decade, is crazy to me. He's got must have a better lawyer than Tank because he's
Right.
getting in the same type of shit.
Right. DUI, right? He
Yeah, bro. And then like pulling blicks on the IG and
yeah.
drunk IG saying shit that's just incriminating himself. It's like how
It's like, yo, just stop with the fake, like, yo, man, if
get it together.
yo,
No, man,
but
just
yo, if you're
stop.
really doing it like that, you're not on IG
No, of course not, man.
telling us.
Stop. Stop
Come
the
on, man.
madness.
You're not fooling anybody. Like, I don't know. And I'm sure I didn't go on his IG and look, but usually the comments are telling, like when people are over it,
Yeah.
they'll just be like, yo, stop, man.
Bro, the black community enjoys backing fighters from the black community. Good dudes that fight well.
Yeah.
And when you act like a piece of shit, they'll tell you.
Yeah.
And they've been telling him, you
Right.
know,
Yeah. Yeah. Everyone's over
people
it.
aren't scared, bro. People are over it. Your own people will rep you, man, until you start acting like a fucking, like this.
Yeah.
Whatever this is. Is it a
It's just,
buffoon? Is it irresponsibility? Is it immaturity? You're 36 now. I remember thinking, he's a kid, he's 23. And then all of a sudden a decade goes by or 13 years go by. And that's no longer it. So is it now he took too many shots to the head and he's cooked? He has 10 children. That's a rut, B, that if he won a belt and went on a freakish run, it doesn't take care of.
no, no, he's cooked, bro.
Like, let's say he won some fucking vacant title at 47, which led to a unification title with Pacquiao, which, like, in this sport isn't out of the question, but yeah, it is. But let's say he did do that.
Right.
That fucking 6, 7, 8 million he would make in those two fights is already gone. Like, there's a mill to the jeweler, another mill legal fees, and then 10 children and 10 baby moms. I think. I don't know how many baby moms. This is how many.
I have no idea.
So on the
Not good.
on another subject that just frustrates us, in the rich kid playing with his toys section of Knock 'Em Out the Box, Turki Al-Sheikh's preference is to see Moses Itauma challenge the lineal and undisputed heavyweight world champion Alexander Usyk next. I just this guy, I don't know who the matchmaker is for Riyadh season, but I hope whoever it is the one that's like, yeah, you can't do that, man.
They will. They always seem to do that with him. He says this stuff like, again, like you said, and how we phrase it on this show is a rich kid playing with toys. And it's like, you want to do this, look at him. If you guys can't see me at home, it's
Yeah.
the fuck.
Yeah, to explain the look,
You
I
want to
said, what the
ruin
fuck look?
you want to ruin Itama's career because that's what you'll do. It's there. He has no business being anywhere near Alexander Usyk right now. Very few people do, by the way. Arguably the second best heavyweight in the world.
Is a stretch to put him in there.
But I'm saying Usyk just stopped him for the second time.
Yeah. And I'm saying if you go, well, Parker is like the guy that should have next. You go, I'm not really sure I care about that.
I mean, I want to see it only because I think Joseph Parker deserves it. And
so do I, and I want to watch Alexander Usyk, and I think he's a good guy
But
that fights hard.
let's be honest. Itama could be the heir apparent, right? He could be but why would you fuck that up?
Well, everyone but me thinks it. So clearly, why would you fuck that up? The
Why he
entire
just,
boxing
I mean,
world,
we'll get into it. He just beat the shit out of a formidable guy in one round.
one round.
Why would you then say he should be in there with a guy who's proven his mettle time and time again, who's the fucking lineal champ? Yes, he's 38. Okay. Like, have you not in the 4 or 5 years you've been involved with boxing learned at all? Like, yeah, you phrased it perfectly when you brought this up in news. I'm like a little chippy over that statement. I'm annoyed by it.
Me too.
Because
No.
I think this kid Itama has a big future. B, I think Usyk deserves more respect.
Brendan, I put this in
that.
here because it makes us chippy, not because I think it's news or
Right.
will happen. I put it in here to be like, guys,
Like, bro, stop.
understand that there are these people, right, that are figureheads. Some of them are powerful, some of them aren't. but they're just that. They're figureheads. And Brendan brings it up about a lot with Pro Box and Gary Jonas and good matchmaking. Really, those people are the unhailed heroes of the sport. When you see a good fight or a good fight is made or 50-50 is made or just one you want to see, it's walking people off the edge when Oscar goes, I think Virgil should fight Canelo next because he has some sort of personal people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I'm saying, Dorky says the craziest shit, but Eddie
Yeah.
can, Oscar can, Frank Warren can.
Yeah.
Frank Warren just did. Frank Warren, while not doing it like Turkey, is like got Usyk's mouth in his name. When that's crazy to me. That's your
Right.
promoter. He's been in the sport, what, closing on 50 years?
Right. I think if Frank knows better than and how to build a fighter, I think if Frank is saying it, he wasn't saying it, right?
It's like Itauma was doing the who do you want me to fight gimmick. And when the crowd was saying Usyk, like Frank wasn't like, no, that's crazy. He was like,
No, of course he's not going to say that in front of his charge.
no,
What he's gonna do is listen, and Frank's not even going to pick up the phone to call uh Usyk's people. That's he's not stupid. Number one.
no,
Number
I'm just saying
yeah.
it's like, I think it starts getting, I don't want to use the word dangerous because that's, again, it's hyperbole, but it's like for this to be a news bit and for people that just kind of watch the sport or follow it, just go, I check Twitter, I check
Yo,
Box
man,
16,
I,
I da 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 da. They're at the barbershop, like, yo, Itama's gonna fight Usyk. And the dumber you are, the more people are
well,
going,
this is
Itama's
this
gonna beat
is
him up. Like Fury. Now Fury is salty because he got beat clean
twice.
twice by Usyk. So he's saying he legit said Itama will pack Usyk up tomorrow. We'll destroy it. And it's like, bro, you're so like it's that old saying be one step forward, two steps back.
Fuck
That's what
Fury, man.
Tyson
Yeah,
Fury
yo,
does to
yeah,
me in terms of he'll do something like the thing I've been mentioning for years now about Sinead O'Connor. And I'll go,
right.
all right, furlough, pass. I like him now. And then he'll do two things that irk me. Then he'll do one thing I like, then he'll do two things that irk me. And he's on like a 5-thing streak with irking me. The I got robbed both times against Usyk.
Yeah,
Third,
because of the war in Ukraine.
yeah, like, oh my God, man.
That reasoning is fucking wild too. The judges felt bad for him because of the war in Ukraine, so they gave him the decision. How about he beat you around the ring like you stole something, you big fat bastard?
How about like I won't do an exaggeration here. How about 50% of the refs would have stopped that first fight when
Right,
you were on fucking Queer Street?
right.
Then what?
Mark Nelson choked.
Did Mark Nelson support? Is he Ukrainian? And
Yes,
Nelson is a short. Is it
he's
Nelsovich or something?
yeah,
You
yeah,
know it.
yeah.
The Miami-Dade State Attorney's Office has dropped all charges against Gervonta Davis after the alleged victim declined to pursue prosecution. Davis was
Hey,
previously arrested on July 11th in South Florida on domestic violence charges. I have heard that allegedly, and what is the other word be? So we don't get sued, not just allegedly, but what do you say when allegedly or rumors or
yeah,
whatever that this was handled with a bag?
probably. Doesn't
Uh,
surprise me.
yeah, here, take this, drop them. The WBC have now officially ordered Ricardo Sandoval to defend his WBA and WBC flyweight world titles against Galal Yafai next. Mauricio Suleiman says they have canceled their order for Yafai versus Francisco Rodriguez Jr. rematch after that whole ordeal with him
Yeah.
popping hot. How and why? What is the ruling on this? Is the ruling to punish? Who are you punishing in this case?
Francisco
Francisco Rodriguez,
Rodriguez.
right?
Yeah.
That's the
Um,
point of this.
I guess either that or since the rain. Oh, now here we go. Allegedly,
Uh-huh.
you know,
Yeah,
um, since the Reynosos are in bed with the WBC, of course, like
of course.
um, it's a way for him not to pop hot again if they have to do mandatory drug testing.
I mean, that's just I don't think, again, it's
You
like,
understand what I'm saying?
yeah, but we're
Like
10
he's
minutes
not.
into the show and I'm saying hyperbole already 3 times. It's not hyperbole for us to say that's crazy.
Yeah,
We're not going to put him in there because he's going to pop hot again.
that's what I
That's
think.
crazy.
By the way, Nakis, and the listening public out there, that's what I think. I haven't heard that. I'm telling you guys what I think. That's what I do on the show. It's an opinion show.
It is.
I think that there is something. I mean, there's always something amiss at the WBC. Right.
Sure. And there
So,
seems to always be something amiss in the Reynoso camp.
like you said, man, I tweeted it so I can say it on here. You have to question Canelo's entire career at this point. It's just
And
happening.
and to say where there's smoke, there's fire is not an odd thing when 4 or 5, what were we up to, 5, 6 fighters that popped? We decided
Hmm.
Munguia, Canelo,
Valdez
Valdez, and then you had a name I forgot, then Eric Kelly had a name I forgot, because to be fair to Eric Kelly, he's been murdering Canelo since he popped out and the Reynosos the whole time. Now he just doesn't like Canelo anyway,
doesn't like no.
but he reeled off the names, and I remember counting. It was like 6 or 7
Yeah.
Reynoso fighters that.
I mean,
Ryan, right?
yeah, I would give them a. I would, if it was 2 or 3 fighters, I would be like, oh, they train a lot of guys coming through that. This is their homegrown talent, and like I think I said it on the show when we broke the news about it. It was like, all right, at this point, it's A, absurd, and B, you have to start having some accountability for it. And then I think it was like the next week, Eddie Reynoso released a statement saying like, we will have, make sure all clean fighters come through this program,
Yeah.
blah, 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 blah. I don't know if, see, and again, I think I said to you, because it's a different drug on each fight, with each fighter. I don't think like Eddie Reynoso's administering.
I mean, do I think he's like sticking a needle in someone's arm?
I don't know. I don't. I think so.
I
think
don't
hang on.
particularly.
Let me finish what I'm saying. What I want to say to our listeners is, I don't think he's sticking a needle in people's arm. I don't think he's giving them pills. I think what he's doing is being,
Looking away.
willfully ignorant
That's good.
towards guys coming into camp, like Francisco Rodriguez. Let's use him as the latest example. The guy had pedal to the metal like in the last half of the fight, and everyone's going, well, if this guy doesn't get tired.
I mean, Eddie Reynoso saw this guy going 15 rounds and sparring as a gun. Now,
right.
And I know that he's had him for a while. And
yeah, and look, guys, we were talking about Oscar Duarte, allegedly, air quotes, right?
hey, we just said what we saw and everyone else did. We didn't say, we
Right.
said,
So what
this
I'm
guy was
saying
built
is,
like a wet sock against one guy, and built like the Ultimate Warrior at welterweight a couple weeks ago. That's what we said.
and when this tends to happen down the road, there's a misstep, and someone thinks that their sample will clear at some point. You know what I mean? Or the drugs will clear out of their system. And guys, this is why guys don't. Oftentimes guys don't fight 4 or 5 times a year, because they can cycle, come
It
off.
can cycle off, guys. If
Yeah.
you fight once,
So-
once a year is even easier, but twice a year you can do it pretty easily.
Right. And then the testing gets more and more sophisticated, and then they start to catch guys. Then the drugs get more and more sophisticated.
Is
and
Margaret Goodman still involved behind the scenes, Brendan?
I have no
I
idea.
haven't seen her in forever, because when she really was like, she was doing some good things, and then
Right. But I mean, a lot of the talk now that's sort of like the worst kept secret is that it's faux outrage and virtue signaling when someone does pop hot. You know
I
what I
agree
mean?
with that.
Because everyone already knows that a ton of guys in the sport are dirty.
Oh yeah, like let's say to us, right? Like we don't train fighters, right?
Right.
We don't run a gym. Like it's there's dudes we know where it's like, jokes on you two idiots for even like
Yeah.
pontificating the way you do. Like,
Right.
yeah, he just was dumb
Yeah.
enough to get clipped. You know what I mean?
Right.
Or they
And it,
slipped up.
yeah. And again, most of the time it's underestimating the length of time that a drug takes to get out of your system, number one. Number two, underestimating, you know, depending on the testing agency, Vada or USADA showing up at your door,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
um, I don't know percentages, numbers, or otherwise because people just throw a number out there, but there's a large number of guys that are sometimes some of these guys are your favorite fighters that are on steroids, have taken steroids, will continue to take steroids, took steroids, don't take steroids anymore. But and when I say steroids, I mean PEDs,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
you know,
The umbrella
uh,
under the umbrella
under
of
the umbrella.
yeah,
So,
performance enhancing drugs, guys. We don't just mean
I mean,
Hulk Hogan steroids here.
in NASCAR, the mechanics will try to get away with a certain kind of exhaust or an intake or
Sure.
tires or this. It's the same thing, guys. So it's guys will push it to the limit, whatever they can get away with.
If you're not cheating, you're not trying.
There you go. So, all right, moving on. I'm sorry.
Sebastian Fundora and Keith Thurman have a deal in place to meet for Fundora's WBC junior weight title on October 25th at Las Vegas MGM Grand, a source told Mike Coppinger. The fight will headline a PBC on Prime pay-per-view. Thurman, 36, will look to become a division champion. All right, my first promo goes at Sebastian Fundora because of the depth of this division
Right.
and Keith Thurman not even being a top 10 guy at 54. I don't view
Is he a top
Sebastian
20 guy at 54?
not to no.
Yeah.
No. Do you mean me, Brendan? Like my opinion or factually? Is he someone's?
Is he anybody's? Yeah.
Well, the WBC had to make him one for this to happen. So, and
Oh, we just got done talking
we
about
just
that.
got done talking about them. I don't think he's a top 25
I agree.
54. He's certainly not a real top 10 by anyone other than a corrupt. So I'm disappointed in Fundora, and I'll tell you why. He's not a dude that ducks anyone. So do you view him as someone who like avoids people or something? I mean, like the first time around,
Didn't he kind of do some funny shit? Maybe
I look the first time around, Tim Tszyu was the favorite. He went in with a puncher who was killing everyone. But I think Tim was undefeated, wasn't he? That was
Yeah, of
before the
course.
Bakla, the
Yes.
beatdown, an undefeated killer. Then he was ready to take on Spence.
But who was undefeated? Tim
Tim
Tszyu
Tszyu.
was undefeated. Yeah, Fundora had lost to Brian Vera, and we thought Tim Tszyu was going to kill him.
Kill him. I still think he would have without the cut. Now it's too little too late
A
now.
little
Now
late.
he's got 3 losses.
Either way, Fundora fought through a completely broken face
Yes.
and then defended.
And he's been in there with God. I don't know. This is just is it PBC nepotism coming back around like it used to at 47? Now it's just at 54 when you have 3 other champions out there,
And
right?
you're gonna fight the house guy.
And you're gonna fight the house guy that's not top 10.
This stinks.
It reeks. The only way I can't say save it because I don't know if the main event is a stinker, if you can save it, is by stacking the card. And who do they have other than Tank? And they also, when they announced when they announced the Tank charges drop thing, it was followed up by fight announcement soon. And I will get into something correlated with that in a couple pieces of news. Eddie Hearn on Jay Apatai's next fight. Unfortunately for Jay, Gilberto Ramirez has an injury that is going to force him out, which sounds like way into 2026. We agreed to terms with Turki Al-Sheikh to make that fight for the November card, But with Ramirez's injury, it looks like Jay will probably have to fight the mandatory next. I don't know who his mandatory is. Certainly, he's the real guy, which means he's got like 4 mandatories probably. He's the real guy.
Well, Zerto
Ramirez has 1 belt, right? And Jay has 2 in the ring or 3 in the ring. I don't know. So that's unfortunate because B and I believe that there's 1 fight at cruiser, and then there's guys right there. Like, to me, give Ryan Rozicki that shot.
What's he ranked?
3, 2, maybe. I think it's okay. So the ring has Jay Appetite champion, Zordo at 1, and I think Ryan Rozicki at 2.
Okay.
I think. It should be in your email. I have the papers. Remember, I printed them out and then I sent them to you in the email.
They have Rozicki at 7.
The ring does?
You got Billiam Smith. You have Opatai and Zerto.
Okay.
Zerto has 2 belts. He has the dude. I need glasses.
I thought you had reading glasses.
I don't.
You need to buy the CVS Johns because you're fucking blind as a bat and an old coot.
You're how bad you have real prescription glasses.
Oh, you would it's like
blind.
Yeah. Like I'm a menace to society without glasses on.
WBA, WBO, Zerto has.
Yeah. So I mean that fight is
Opataya has he has the IBF.
And the ring.
Right. So you have okay. So
go ahead, just rip through real quick what fights we can make here.
Let me just
Badu Jack has a belt.
Oh yeah, right. Badu Jack, right?
Yep, he has a belt.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me just get.
He fought that Muslim kid who can fight a little bit, and it was nip and tuck in his last fight.
Just stand by. Yeah.
That guy deserves a shot at something.
Yeah, I mean, this is crazy. Like, I feel like we haven't seen Opatai in such a. When was his last fight?
He fought that white guy who looked like he came off the bar stool and into the arena, and he was really tough. One of those dudes you go, I just respect this fucking guy for showing up because he was a punching bag.
They got Rozicki's, he's ranked 5th now. So they have, it's again, Opataya, Zerto, Billiam Smith, Alexei Papin, Mikhail Cieslak, Badu Jack has the WBC. He's ranked behind Rozicki. They were supposed to fight, right?
Correct.
Okay. So then you have rounding out the top 10, Noel Mikhailian, Yamil Perot.
That Noel Mikhailian is the one who almost beat Badu Jack in the last fight.
Leonardo Mosquera and Robin Serwan Safar from Sweden. So
I don't know where you're looking. They have Rozicki at 4 on where I'm looking on the ring. On their page.
I'm in their magazine, so maybe they updated it.
Okay. I wonder what would be more updated. The site or you're reading the Canelo cover?
No, that they don't have that's
cover?
just I don't think they have anything in there.
Okay. Oh, that's dope. It's just that. Yeah, I told you I kept mine sealed. Anyway, they have Rozicki at 4. Right now, I'm on their site live.
Okay.
Mikkel, is it Cieslak or Kieslak? 3. Chris Billiam Smith, as you said, then Gilberto Zordo and Apatai. Badu at 5. Noel Mikhailian, who went life and death with
Badu.
Yamila Berto Peralta, Leonardo Mosquera, Robin Serwin Safar, and Vidal Riley. That's this one. Who knows which one of us is right? But that's the there's like
coming off the website. That's the most updated one.
Look, those 2 guys got to fight, but they can't because someone's fucking hurt. Ryan Rozicki had an injury, which is why the Badu Jack fight didn't happen, and why the Noel Mikhailian fight happened. And we've both seen footage of Ryan back in the gym. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So
he had a majority draw in December against Yamil Peralta.
Who did?
Rozicki.
Okay.
So then he's scheduled. He has a fight 10/25
Yeah.
scheduled.
Yeah. If look, he wins that, and then they're looking for a Jay Apatite fight for
Yeah.
2026, first quarter, you know.
Okay.
Um, Virgil Ortiz Jr. and Erickson Lubin are finalizing a deal for an October 18th junior middleweight fight in the US on the Zone. I love that fight.
Love it.
It's going to be great till it lasts. As everyone that listens to this show knows, I love Erickson Lubin. B scratches his head over that, which I'm okay with. I was picking
He's
him.
not active enough for me. And
There's
it's
nothing you can say about him that I would go, you're wrong. I
yeah,
just there's sometimes you just like a guy,
right.
no puff.
I know a
And
lot of people that really liked him a lot. I saw him fight on a Keith Thurman. It was a Keith Thurman and Danny Garcia on that undercard
I
live.
I thought he was gonna fly the Charlo's head that he fought, and he got sparked out in one or two.
Yeah, that was yeah. Yep.
And he went to war with Fundora and hurt him bad.
Mhm.
He's tough.
That was Fundora's coming because Fundora wasn't supposed to win that fight.
No,
Um, I think he lost to Jesus Ramos
we
on
both
the
did.
Canelo Charlo
Yeah,
undercard.
yeah.
Uh,
When he fought most recently on Pro Box, I said, well, here's what can happen because this is how good he really is, but I don't know who's showing up.
right.
If the guy who showed up against Ramos shows up, I don't know because he's still young. He's one of the dudes we think that's still young that actually is,
He is young, yeah.
you know,
They put him in tough early.
they did. Undisputed heavyweight champion Alexander Usyk has requested an extension period on his WBO mandatory defense negotiations against Joseph Parker due to injury. The WBO ordered Usyk to defend his title against Parker last month following the Ukrainian's victory over
Bro,
Daniel
they gave him
Dubois.
5 fucking days and then they sent him a fucking letter like make a decision.
Yep, which kicked off a period of 30 days for the two to reach a deal. The initial negotiation period is currently set to come to an end in the third week of August, which is now. So, look, you can't just apply pressure to the guy who just won and is the lineal champion
Yeah.
and start. I don't want to use the word threats, but that is what they're doing.
Yeah, it's
They're
absurd.
threatening to strip him. Guess what?
Again.
I think the WBO is going to strip him, and Parker's going to fight like they'll make Parker Itauma or something like that. So
Right.
that's what I think. That's what I think is going to happen.
And get
Maybe not
Itama a
next.
belt that way.
Yep, yep, and go a roundabout way, in the hope that too young, too strong,
yeah,
too fast for Parker, and
I want to ask you a couple questions about Itama when we get to it, but
yeah, definitely, I have a lot to say too, and I know you do because you got to be on my heels to be like, all right, you got to be ready to admit he's the real deal.
I
now.
just I want to I have a
I just
comparison.
want to see
on
if I was to say to you the praise for Itauma I saw on Twitter the last 2 days, I haven't seen it since blank 10 years ago, right? I can't say that because I've never seen this much in my life.
Okay.
I've seen people say things that I respect. I'm not talking about bozos. I'm
Yeah.
not talking about searching the words Moses Itauma and it's some kid with 6 followers. I'm talking people that me and you off air go, that guy knows his boxing.
Well,
That are saying that not talking about he's good, he's the future of the
he's great.
sport. No, like crazy things.
Do you have him to read?
I can find them pretty fucking easy.
Yeah, read them.
Okay.
When we get to it, read them.
All right, that's what I'll do.
And then we'll comment on it. Okay.
Cool. David Benavidez versus Beterbiev is looking like it might take place in 2026 if Benavidez beats Yard and Beterbiev beats Nicholson. That's looking like it's taking over because you and I reported.
Great.
Yeah. Can you imagine that fight?
It's great.
I just like the weeks that they told us that Beterbiev was going to heal from back surgery last week when we did the news. Remember, what was it, 5-6 weeks or something?
Yeah. It'll be
They're
fun.
like, yo, we're lopping off his head and putting on a new one. 6 weeks, he's back in the gym. Oh, this news is for Brendo. Eddie Hearn says November, December for Joe Cordina's next fight. He's boxed in Monaco before. He may be returning there. We're planning that December 6th Monaco card right now, and there'll be an announcement on it soon. That's Brendo's guy, Joe Cordina. Adding on, building off of the tank news and the supposed fight news coming soon. Fight announcement coming soon. Lamont Roach on Gervonta Davis rematch. It doesn't look like it's happening. Again, we still haven't heard from his camp specifically when it comes to the business, so it is what it is. We're moving on. We can't just sit around and drag our feet. Their best bet is to try and structure something. If not, we're going to move forward. Lamont Roach is now eyeing a shot at WBC champion Shakur Stevenson. I like that they're like, we're not waiting around. I love that they're like, I'm not dragging my feet. I want to get back in there.
Right.
I just beat the boogeyman. I got a draw, but the world thought I won. At worst, I just drew with the boogeyman that everyone thought I was going to get sparked clean out against. I still have a little bit of that momentum, but it's fucking leaving because this guy's been pump faking since March and getting into trouble and they're not sending papers over. And when the rematch was set, we hear he wasn't in camp for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
When it got so good for him.
Great. Take it.
Look, Shakur Stevenson is probably the most naturally talented guy right now in the sport.
Sure.
I don't know. I'm picking anyone against him up until he goes to a weight that I can't think.
I'm telling you right now, the triangle theory, doesn't always hold true. But if Shakur wants to press Tank in terms of getting him in the ring, or at least press the boxing public, especially U.S. boxing public.
Yes.
You take that Lamont Roach fight and you whoop on Lamont Roach if you can.
Agreed. And send a message.
Look what I did to him.
To a guy that everyone thinks beat you.
What do you think I would do to the top guys in this division?
Right.
You take and make that fight if they can do it.
I can just tell you this now.
And I like the fight. And
I do too. I like that fight.
I hope Roach gets it, and I hope Roach shines.
If another 135 champion will not get in there with Shakur next, in my opinion, that's the best fight out there. Sure. If it's not a guy with a belt. If the other guys with the belts won't get in there with him, that's the best fight.
Make that fight if they can.
Agreed. Agreed. I like it. Lamont Roach is really good. Really good.
Erickson Lubin's 29, by the way.
Yeah, he's still not 30. I just rewatched Tank Lamont Roach on Thursday in the studio, and the knee and the corner, there's 2 points.
Yeah.
So
the corner's a DQ.
A DQ. But certain things are ref's discretion, depending on the athletic commission and the referee. For the sake of I took points off for the knee and the corner, and my score is still what it was, 115-111, Lamont Roach. I like this, and we're definitely a little bit egotistical when it comes to us being right on this show, and when we're really wrong, it's a jagged pill to swallow. One that wasn't difficult for me, and I don't think it was for you, B, was Khalil Coe, because we were at the fight where he got packed up.
Yeah.
And when he ran it back and destroyed him, we were like, no, this guy kind of was who we thought he was before he got packed up.
Yeah.
And I was kind of happy about that. Weren't you a little bit? Like, oh, I'm glad that we had Eddie Hearn's 3-fight plan for light heavyweight prospect Khalil Coe. Philly's own Jesse Hart.
He's still fighting?
Yeah. Mom sees him in his pop at the grocery store, and mad cool to her because she loves Jesse. Alexander Gvozdyk, and then a world title fight. Co-dominated Manuel Gallegos for a 6-round TKO in their May rematch, where he got his lick back from the fight B on hour. He just looked off, wrong, slow, everything that could go bad did. And me and B were like, I don't know about this guy. And people told us that's not him. And we were like, we saw it.
Yeah, right.
Don King has announced that the WBA regular heavyweight title fight between Kubrat Pulev and Michael Hunter, which he won the purse bids for by offering 1.1 million, will take place on October 4th in Miami, Florida. Blair Cobb and Adrian Broner on the card. Broner was subsequently pulled from the card, which led to the previously discussed meltdown that we talked about at the top of the show. The announcement comes after Don King issued cease and desist to Sella and TKO Group Holdings, Inc. after they announced Big Baby Miller Michael Hunter. So now B's favorite guy in the world, Big Baby Jarrell Miller, doesn't have a fight on that card. It's my opinion they will absolutely get a replacement in there, and that it should be Jared Big Baby Anderson, and
Right.
it leaves the sport match. Did you see someone stole that from us recently?
No, I didn't.
Yes.
Is it the same person that steals a lot of stuff from us?
No. No. Not even related. Could be looked at as diabolical. Sergey Boachuk will rematch Brandon Adams on the undercard of Canelo Alvarez, Terrence Crawford on September 13th. Adams stopped Boachuk with that left hook back in 2021. And me and you go, how did this happen? We'll tell you how it happened. A good puncher, saw an opening and landed a shot.
Good for Boachuk, though.
Good for Boachuk getting his lick back against someone he doesn't have to fight at all. I would stay the fuck away from Brandon Adams.
If I'm Erickson Lubin, I study Boachuk Ortiz for that Virgil Ortiz fight. I studied what Boachuk did because Boachuk had a lot of success against Ortiz, and a lot of people think Ortiz lost that fight. Boachuk knocked them down twice.
Me being one of them.
Right.
Me being one of them. B, mad respect for like wanting to get your lick back because it's not a big fight. If you want your lick back in a big fight, of course you want your lick back, but you're getting 10 million.
Let's see if Brandon Adams get back in there and get a big win and get his career back.
Because it's right back on track if he does it.
Sure.
Now, Boachuk's the better fighter. You can't get caught by a guy who got some, pop. Floyd Schofield will headline a DAZN card in Texas this November. That means we're getting a stiff.
Yeah, who cares?
Former WBA welterweight champ Imanta Stanionis will face South Africa's Jabulani Makens on September 27th at Zalgiris Arena in his hometown of Kaunas, Lithuania.
Yeah,
that's a comeback fight after getting beat up by Boots to see if he still has anything, actually.
Yeah, he's gonna beat the shit out of that goat farmer.
Right. And then you go, okay, well, what did that really
It happens. You gotta have a get back. He's probably is he gonna change weight? Or is he said it's at welterweight?
They were still referring to him as well. I don't know that he's going. I don't think he's a massive 47-pounder, but
he's not.
He's
not.
Okay, Friday night, Pro Box, RP Funding Center, Lakeland, Florida. Gario Antonio Russell, another one. 20-0, 13 KOs. Look, he's the least known. He's already 32 years old. So I don't know what any of these guys are doing. Versus Dervin Rodriguez, 11-2, 8 KOs. Both losses were by stoppage. I mean, Russell can fight. All those kids can fight. This is his 22nd fight. He's 32 years old, and he's in an 8-rounder.
Right.
When he kept Rodriguez at the end of his punches, he lit him up. Rodriguez's plan was to throw a jab, right hand, and clinch, and Russell let him. You have to make him pay if he wants to get inside. Russell's 1-2 from the southpaw stance was there all day. Short, crisp left hand, bop, roll out, bop, roll out. So I couldn't figure out why Russell would get away from that. It just kept happening when he did it. I had it 80-72 for Gary Antonio Russell. All three judges had it the same. It's time to get off the pot for all those brothers, in my opinion.
Well, the one has a belt.
Yeah. What's even more? Who are you fighting then? Why aren't you fighting again? What are you when you're 32 with 22 fights and fighting a journeyman type guy from Venezuela? What are we calling him?
Gary Antoine Russell beat Rayo.
Right.
But this other one, Gary Antonio Russell, not to be confused with Gary Antoine, is, I'm trying to look, let's see.
His loss is not a good loss, as you and I like to call them on the shows. Well, if he lost to an elite guy, no problem. If guys fight guys lose. He lost by a guy that
Emmanuel Rodriguez. Um, but it's just not a lot of fights, Vinny.
But I'm just saying, what are you, Brendan? You're 32 with 22 fights and you're in an 8-rounder. So are you just, is it all you know how to do? And you just,
Six fights in 5 years. Yeah.
okay, then I guess
The previous fight was a scheduled 6-rounder.
Yeah, I guess you're getting a couple grand once
So
a year. What are you doing then?
right. So from 2020, he had a 10-rounder, 12-rounder. I'm saying what's scheduled.
Yeah.
Followed by a 10-rounder, 12-rounder. Then looks like he took 2 years exactly off, almost to the day. So it looks like he's revamping his career. But if you're going to do that, you don't fight once in October and then again in August.
I mean, when these brothers are alone in that gym, no one's saying to the other one, I think we should fight more. Like,
How do they get money?
I just said to you,
right?
You got an 8-rounder that you got $5,000 for, and you fought 5 times in 6 years. So you made 30 grand, 40 grand in 6 years.
I don't know.
How does that work?
I don't know.
John Mindoro, 25 years old, 14-0, 14 KOs. Gary Jonas is high on this kid, and Gary Jonas knows what he's doing. Versus Dormedes Potes, 14-7-1, 10 KOs, only stopped once in 22 fights, and that was to the body. So I like that they go, okay, you're knocking everyone out. We'll put you in there with a guy with a chin. You know what I mean? Now, not a great record, but a guy with a chin. They're middleweights, babe. Dormedes Potes was looking for a way out the second he felt Mindoro's power, selling headbutts that didn't happen, complaining to the ref. Mindoro dropped Potes with a perfect straight right up top, left hook to the body in the first round.
Mm-hmm.
Respect to Mindoro's team for doing their homework, knowing that this guy was only stopped to the body and putting a game plan together with that in mind. We keep hearing these coaches go, oh, I never watched any tape, or the fighter goes, oh, I never watched any tape. Well, this is what watching tape does. This guy's got an iron chin. Someone went downstairs and took him out. They try to do the same thing. Potes took another knee in the third, delayed reaction to another left to the body, quit on his stool in between the third and fourth. John Mindoro was all gas, no brakes, which says to me, no matter what happens, he's going to be in a fun fight. This is the third time I've seen him. He's obviously knocking everyone out. So I just need to see him in there with a guy that offers some resistance, which we're going to speak about later. Luis George, 12-0, 10 KOs versus Marcus Valle, 10-1, 7 KOs, middleweight. First round knockout for Marcus Valle. Big right hand up top, hurt George. Left to the body, packed him up. Valle coming off a 14-month layoff, off a close split decision loss to Damian Sosa, comes back against an undefeated kid and destroys him. I don't know that there's a better way to come back from a loss in terms of showing that you're no joke.
Yeah.
To me, that's a statement win for a young kid. I don't mean a statement over the whole sport, but for me,
yeah, they're hyped. They live down there. The Valle brothers.
Yes.
The other one fought on this card too.
He did.
What
a nice, respectful kid. Marcus Valle is.
Dominic is the other one.
Dom's his brother. Good looking kid. Great personality. He sat there with Paulie and Chris and Jimmy. He can crack. Excited to see him again soon, B. I think there might be we may end up putting an asterisk next to that loss in about 18 months. He might go on a tear. And
yeah.
Starling Castillo, 19-1-1, 13 KOs. His last 2 opponents were 25-1. Versus Shinard Bunch, 21-2, 21-2-1, 17 KOs. This is at 140 pounds. Sneakily, that division is starting to stack up some names, and we'll go, oh, this division's a barren wasteland, and then 6 months later, a division might change. Some people might go up, a new kid might come out somewhere. Starling Castillo is so awkward, B. It's like next to impossible to find your rhythm against him. So if you're a rhythm fighter, and Shinard Bunch is, trust me, it's a nightmare. And on top of that, it's a southpaw. Castillo is doing really good work, but you can't time him. So even though, because he's in his own rhythm, there's this rhythm in his head that he's following, but you can't. This was looked at as a 50-50 fight, B. Nobody told Starling Castillo. He just flying Shinard Bunch's head, jab straight left from the outside, uppercuts and hooks on the inside. Really good performance. I had it 99, 91 for Starling Castillo.
Yeah.
Judges had it 98, 92 twice, and another guy had it 99, 91.
Another Samson guy.
Yep. Yep.
Yo, man,
Well,
Samson can spot talent.
yes, he can.
And he gets these guys. So I actually had privately thought Shinard Bunch was going to take an upset here. I did think it would go the distance.
Well, you're not crazy. It was viewed as 50-50.
Right. So I don't know what's next for Shinard Bunch. I guess, no shame in losing to this guy, but it's Castillo's good.
I think that rhythm, man, I think that it's a very disruptive type of rhythm that he's in that you can't time. It's Anthony Kakache like. It's who did Subriel Matias just beat up the street from you? He's good. He was undefeated. He had the belt. That guy's mad. That guy's awkwardness reminds me of it too. Starling Castillo reminds me of him. And ironically, they're in the same division. Puello.
Alberto Puello.
The main event was Muhammad Yakubov, who I think is really good. I mentioned he's 22-1, and the loss was to O'Shaquie Foster, and that really could have gone either way. That's not told in Tales of the Tape when you look at that. Versus William Foster III, 19-2, 11 KOs. This for a USNBC 130-pound title. USNBC is connected with one of the sanctioning bodies, the big ones, I mean. So this more than likely was for a good ranking spot rather than, of course it's a trinket, but it's a good, yeah, they're at 130 pounds. Look, the Tale of the Tape said William Foster has a 6-inch height advantage, B. It looked like it closer to a foot. It's like this guy looked like Fundora when Fundora's in there with. So once again, Brendan, why wouldn't he just stay on the outside, keep Yakubov at the end of his shots and use distance? I don't know. You broke it down 2 episodes ago, or 3 maybe by now, when we were talking about the fights in Chicago.
Yeah.
Muhammad Yakubov has very good feet. His foot feints are so good, it lets him get inside and rip shots because he is short even for 130. So that made it look even iller, the size discrepancy, because William Foster's not only tall, but Yakubov's short even for 130. But those foot feints gets him inside. So he would get this guy to bite, and then he'd be in there. Ripping the body, brutal shots. He would slip the counters coming back at him, B. He reminds me a little bit of MJ.
Okay.
Stylistically. Just he's a sniper with the counter left, B. So I've noticed southpaws are giving everyone trouble lately. I wonder if guys in the gym are training with a logic of there's not many, and then they're creeping back in, and these guys don't know what to do. Coach Marcos, DM one of us and tell us how much differently when you have a southpaw coming up to fight.
Well, the southpaws get all the practice against the orthodox guys. The orthodox guys get no practice against the southpaws.
I see these guys every day in the gym. They don't see me.
Right.
But B, I'm seeing sniper left counters. I'm just noticing it. I always want to write you. B, are you noticing these guys are pull countering with a straight left and it's cracking them?
And their uppercuts are always, really done well, especially to the body, that exposed side of the,
Yeah, good call, big. Nice
body.
little fight. Nice little fight, though. I had it 96-94 for Muhammad Yakubov. Judges had it 95-95 and 98-92 twice for Muhammad Yakubov. My opinion is that he gives anyone at 130 problems. There's no one I just go, oh, yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I wouldn't pick nobody else. I'm just saying there's nobody where I go, oh, yeah, they dog walk Muhammad Yakubov. Now, B, you will know more about this because you have actual friends there. I'm not going to ask anything like too personal or anything, but does Gary Jonas now, like with a performance like that, and now he has a UN NBC title, right? He's in a good position. We're not calling him a champion, but he's got a belt, a ranking with a real, sanctioning body.
Yeah.
This was probably for a top 5, I'll bet. One of those belts probably make you in the top 5. Will Gary Jonas get the next fight, a shot at an eliminator or a belt, and will it be a pro box headliner, or will Gary Jonas be part of the does he have like a stake in these guys? I know it's a little bit personal slash
I tell you off air.
okay. So
A little bit.
you just don't want to talk about it. Cool. Guys, I'm not saying anything that B knows. I don't know if whatever happens next for Yakubov, and it should definitely be a top 10, top 5 guy for at worst an eliminator, maybe a belt. Maybe Gary Jonas, just when the guys move beyond him, maybe he gets 10% for developing them or something like that. Brendan did not tell me that, nor did any of the people we know over at Pro Box, guys. That's me just guessing. B will tell me off the air, and he can ask if that's something he can discuss on air. I thought that was a nice little fight, though, B. I thought Yakubov won. But,
Well, Yakubov is another Samson Lukowitz guy.
bro, he knows talent. The kid who fought in what's it called? I think he's really good. And you're like, he can't defend himself, but he's really good. And I'm like, he might not have to. Yeah, he might not have to. We don't know yet. Like there's just them guys where you're like, I don't know, was Chavez's defense good, or was he just like, I'll eat a clean shot?
Yeah, he was. He was much more defensive minded.
No, he was defensively responsible, but I don't think of him as a defender.
Right.
I think he was defensively responsible. I think he did some things in there and wasn't like, yo.
Got out of the way. Yeah. Moved his fucking head.
You got to get Quayle to move his head. Yes.
Yeah.
Saturday, Brendo. The Zone pay-per-view. Can you please talk about what happened the night before that you woke up to my screenshot of a little something, if you don't remember? Hey, Brendo, guess what I just paid for? And you go, what?
Yeah.
And what did that little screenshot say?
It said you paid for this Moses Itauma Dylan Whyte headliner, right?
Right. How much did I pay, Brendo?
$49.99, right?
Yes, I did. How much was it in
50 bucks?
Clamorinos. How much was it for the UK fans, Brendo, who love Itauma and want to see him?
Free.
$19.99.
It was 20. They had to pay $20?
Yes.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Who the fuck thinks that making a 20-year-old a star, a 20-year-old knockout?
Great way to make this guy a star
is to turn everyone onto the idea of this fight, and they go to click in on it, and it's 50 clams. And by the way, guys, you can't watch it on 2 TVs. You're allowed 1 stream for the $50.
They better.
So I'm half asleep with 1 sock on, B, because it starts so early. And I want to throw it in on that TV in my bedroom. So you know what I'm saying?
I got to keep remembering to delete the ESPN because there's no boxing on it anymore.
I might have to keep it for this WWE deal they signed, because they did with them like the TKO UFC did with Paramount.
Gotcha.
For like the same amount of money. Another outlandish. Like it's Orlando. Orlandish. That's like if you're a person from Orlando not acting right.
So want a worst to first this fucking
Let's do this.
This is really a worst to first.
How about this? I've never done this in 160 episodes. I'm skipping that kid that they're pushing on us from over there.
Which kid?
The Saudi kid.
Oh yeah, no, we're not talking about him.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about Filip Hrgovic.
I'm going Raymond Ford.
That's your worst to first, because to me it
starts at Hrgovic.
I'll
tell you why. I'm going to tell you, and then you talk to me about this, okay? Ray Ford, Abraham Nova. We gave Billy Betts take that over. We were both as much as close to saying it's a lock. Me and you said. I said Ray Ford. Forget winning. Ray Ford has to look impressive. He didn't impress me.
No.
Ray Ford is now on an imaginary list that you have in your head too. It's not quite our shit list, but it's This guy
Listen,
is now hanging in, you know,
I
in
think I
religions,
think
things
I
that are,
think he's just good.
but Brendo, you
He's
know,
not exceptional.
the religions that most religions believe in some sort of purgatory or whatever
Sure, sure, okay.
that's our list. It's not a shit list because
No,
that's
it's
saying
not.
someone stinks. But if you're in our purgatory list, we're going, I don't know,
Okay,
you better
let me
show
just.
something.
All right, I think Ray Ford is good. He's a good fighter. That's it.
I think he's a nice little fighter.
Good. He's good. He's not exceptional, and he was signed because Eddie thought he was exceptional,
Did you
and
think he was a
Eddie,
good little fighter, not an exceptional fighter before Abraham Nova, or had the potential to be?
I thought he was good, not great. I've always thought he was good.
I thought he was good, was very good, and was going to
He's
show his ass against
he's
Nova. 12-0 him in like a one-sided
yeah.
coming out party. I was
No,
using the word
Nova's. You know
slaughter
what? I mean, Nova's sort of a shit opponent to get put in there with because
because he's good.
he's good and he's a big motherfucker
He's good.
for that weight. Yeah.
And
So
I wrote you, I didn't think this fucker could speak a lick of English on Friday night too.
no, I had heard it. That's why I said I see he's from Albany.
No, I know. I just thought he went from the fucking island to Albany.
No, no, no. Yeah, he's like from
Because
Albany.
there's mad Ricans upstate. So I'm like, The Rock, Buffalo, Albany. There's mad Boricuas there. There's
Is
hoods up
there?
there.
I don't
Yeah.
even. I don't. I didn't know if there's
There's
Puerto Rican people there, but
there's mad people up there. And I'm like, all right, so he's just there. And then I go to Nova because we mark out for the Supernova mascot.
yeah.
Yo, like 50 people in the comments were like, I know this bull spoke a lick of English. I'm like, what? I just like liked everyone's and hit it. I was like, yo, bro, I thought this bull spoke like fucking, I
No.
don't know what I thought of, like
Yeah.
Trinidad or something, you know, like a 1990 Felix fighting in the
Yeah.
island.
In early Miguel Cotto, where
An early Miguel Goto, yeah.
he's just staring like
Yes.
dead stare at the interviewer, like
Another thing that guy
yes.
did to prove he's a complete fucking gun is fucking get fluent during his career.
Yeah.
Starts his career not saying a lick.
And he's
And
a
it's
great
fluent.
deep speaking voice.
Filip Hrgovic. This is Brendo's fight of the night.
I fucking sucks.
David Adelaide. I remember I keep saying,
Yeah.
Is that right? Adelaide?
Adelaide.
It's like Adelaide in Australia without the D.
Mm.
Filip Hrgovic, David Adelaide, WBO International and WBA Continental Gold belts. Look, this Hrgovic is a slug. For whatever reasons,
Big
his
stick.
shots were a bit more crisp. He tightened them up a bit, so they were getting to the target faster. That's not me saying he's not a slug anymore.
He gets fucking he gets cracked. Like there is not a fucking punch his face didn't like.
I mean, that fucking cut on his eye was because he can't get out of the way of a jab.
Can't get out of the way.
I mean, he can't just slip to his right to avoid the jab, Brendan.
No, his reflexes are for a fighter at this level.
Yeah. Right on the eyelid, B, I'm going, we're cooked. Well, not that we can't. The earlier that ended, the better. But right on the eyelid, Abel Sanchez did a great job with that cut. Just shout outs for that, just for the cut. And that's a trainer for a long time. Guy trained Terry Norris. He's been around a long time. Like you said, B, he's picking apart Adelaide from the outside, but he lapses. You know what it is, Brandon? In my opinion, I'm just going to say what it is. Like I'm Teddy Atlas. In my opinion, it's lapses in concentration, and he gets clipped. I think they're lapses in concentration. You think it's shitty defense? I think he's like a big dummy.
I think he stinks.
Okay, that's a legitimate reason as to why he would get
oh
hit.
My God.
I think there's lapses.
He's fucking hard for me to watch. This guy.
I think if
maybe because he was hyped, and then Dubois beat shit down his leg, and I said on the last episode he's got no balls, but he did show some balls here.
He showed some balls.
Yeah.
I think when he does something that he likes, he admires his work and gets lost in it, and then bing, 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 and you can come back.
Why didn't this guy go down?
Right. Adelaide would land one big shot because this guy can get hit. And you never know if that's enough to swing around, B, for an inexperienced judge, because Hrgovic doesn't, like you said, he's not really that good and doesn't do much. Monster right hand from Hrgovic dropped Adelaide in the 8th, and he came back, and Hrgovic, I'm saying round of the century, it wasn't that. It was a really good round. but it
Good round.
wasn't what.
Come on.
This isn't Gotti Ward,
No.
but people are saying that it is. I heard someone say it's the greatest round ever. Stop the madness. The hyperbole's getting out of hand.
Out of hand.
Um,
Happens on these British cards. You know,
Does.
where they have British broadcasters. Sorry,
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah,
You guys, you guys get excited.
yes, and the hyperbole is next level on the British cards. It might be here too. Who knows? He was out on his feet, but Hrgovic was out on his feet, but didn't go down. Good round. I did 99.90 for Filip Hrgovic. He fought 9 rounds with a bad cut, and his conditioning was much improved, and he tightened up his punches. That's the best I can say. Going along with what you did, I did see those things.
I mean, this is against like a C-level guy in Adelaide.
Yeah, I just think Abel Sanchez, I'm just giving him credit for doing a good job with Hrgovic. I think
agreed.
He gets smashed by what?
Everybody
Everyone in the top, 7, probably.
Yeah.
I think a guy like Ajit Kabayel smashes him because he has fast hands, and this guy can't get out of the way of shots.
I think Kabayel beats him fucking silly.
Me too. It's fast hands.
Bad.
Hayato Tsutsumi, 7-0, 4 KOs. I don't know if after the last fight I stamped him, but he's a prospect for me. He's a Pazzi prospect. I'm saying that out the get. Versus Kais Ashfaq, 13-3, 5 KOs. This kid was like held in the amateurs, man. You've told me of certain guys, whether it's because of the New York connection or whoever, like, yo, Vin, the reason people don't shit on blank is because everyone's known him since he was a kid in the amateurs. So like, that's this guy, but in Britain. Like, everyone loves Kais Ashfaq, and everyone's like, yo, he has 3 losses, but he's really fucking good. And I don't know what he's doing out there when he loses. Look, Tsutsumi is really good. It's constant pressure, but it's intelligent. It all starts with his feet. He rips a beautiful left hook to the body, which opens up the shots upstairs. Right hand from Tsutsumi dropped Ashfaq in the second. Just a calm, measured guy that is very indicative of the Japanese style. Now, we've thrown that out. We said there is no Japanese style anymore. There is no European style. There is no urban style anymore. But it is a prototypical thing to be a measured guy and not get rattled. Ashfaq down twice in the third, then stopped after Hayato Tsutsumi ripped off a 10-11 punch combination, and the ref just jumped in and waved it off. I think, again, with this Kais Ashfaq, it's very, he can't shake the amateur thing in his head. When we say this guy blended so well into the pros from the amateurs, this is the opposite of that.
The opposite of it,
yeah. Can't do it. Pazzi prospect, trained by the great Ismail Salas, he's teaching a Cuban style to an aggressive Japanese fighter.
Guy.
Yes. 130, B.
No styles anymore.
No, there's no styles. And we're really the first show to really talk about it and say it the way that we said it. I'm not saying no one's brought it.
I think YouTube has a lot to do with it. The accessibility of training methods.
You said that when I first brought it up on the show.
And the fact that, everybody can watch everything now.
When you see a kid,
it makes the world smaller.
When you see a kid from someplace you never heard of say, Usyk's my favorite fighter, that's not what was happening in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. You're going, no, the guy from my hometown is my hero. And look, B, 130 is low key becoming fucking stacked.
It's hot.
No stars where, pay-per-view guys, but a bunch of really good fighters. B, you throw any of them in there. Imagine Hayato Tsutsumi against Yakubov.
I take it.
I don't know. They're not even connected other than being the same weight. But I mean, imagine us connecting them just via saying that's a nice fight. And, Eddie or Al-Sheikh will work with Gary Jonas if that's who's handling Yakubov. You know what I'm saying? Boom.
Yeah.
Why not? Nick, the Wrecking Ball, 22-0, 13 KOs versus Sam Goodman. 20-0, 8 KOs, WBA featherweight world title. I'd like to say that I said because Sam Goodman can't punch, he don't have enough mustard on his shots to keep Nick Ball off of him. Sam Goodman, great jab and occasionally puts the right hand behind it. There's just no mustard on it, but it
No,
is effective though. Nick Ball just
he got
doing
hurt in this fight too.
he did.
Yeah.
Nick Ball just doing what he does.
Shoulder, I think they said, right?
Yes. Swarming, trying to get inside and throw those
Dirty little
wide,
fucking
yep,
little pizza.
wide looping shots, leaning with the head, throws hooks and uppercuts on the inside. Sam Goodman was catching him coming in and walking him into shots at certain points, though. I
Yeah.
like that. Well, if you like Sam Goodman, I like Sam Goodman good enough. You know, I didn't know how good he was. You can outbox Nick Ball and win some
Sure.
rounds, but he's always in your chest. So that you
He's
know,
a tough little customer.
always making you work, Brendan. Always
Right.
making you work.
Right.
You gotta work, even if
Very
you're
strong.
strong. I thought this was a good little scrap, B. Did you score it? But you want me to give my score? Did you
Give your
score it?
score. Give your score.
I had it 114, 114.
Yeah.
Do you want me to give you the judges? Did you
Yeah,
score it?
I did not score it, but I had it close. I had Ball edging it based on aggression and activity, but Goodman you got to ask yourself at the end of the fight, do you want to see Sam Goodman again? You know? And the answer is yeah, I'd like to see him again.
Judges had it 117, 111, 110, 118, 110.
Yeah, too far apart.
And 115, 113 for Nick Ball.
15-13 is fair.
That's fine. Those first two cards are egregious. 115, 113.
Too far apart.
Fine with that card. When you turn in those other bad cards, it makes the 115, 113 not look as good as it was. Now we're gonna get into sink our teeth into something. No Diddy. Moses Itauma, 12-0, 10 KOs, the main event. Versus Dilly and Whyte, 31-3, 21 KOs. All three losses were by stoppage, and he is, I believe, 37, or is he 38?
Yeah, 37.
I said I'm all over the over of this.
I picked the under.
You did. You picked this pretty much exactly how it played out. I was all over the over and thought there was a distant far shot to put a couple bucks on Dilly and Whyte to chin check him. Did you see Sonny Edwards on his story? Right. Dilly and Whyte has a leg injury, and this ring walk isn't helping me believe that it's not true. And then it went off, and someone got it, and it spread everywhere.
Let me see. I'm gonna go. But last week, I reported that Moses Itauma, as per BoxRec, was listed at 6'2".
Okay.
Looking now, because I wanted to make a point, now it defeats my point. He's listed at 6'4.5", because when he stood up next to these guys, I went, "There's no fucking way he's 6'2". And I thought it was like the Charles Barkley thing, like where Barkley would always tell people he's shorter than he was, to intimidate him.
Yeah, Chuck would say 6'6", 6'7", 6'8". That guy's a solid 6'9", 6'10".
Who?
Chuck.
Barkley?
What he would tell you.
Oh, he would tell you he's 6'3", and he's 6'5".
Yeah.
6'6".
He's 6'6", 6'7", 6'8", maybe, man. Right. I mean, a lot of that has to do with your perception of an all-around big guy. Chuck was just a big guy, around mound of rebound.
Right.
When I would see Chuck, bro, that motherfucker's nowhere near 6'4", 6'5", 6'6". Nowhere near it. That's a point guard, bro. That's a point guard. This guy was playing the 3 and 4. Playing the, basically the 4 back then.
So I'm looking up Sonny Edwards' story.
Uh-huh.
No, man, that's what I'm asking you. Sonny Edwards' story.
Oh, there was a question. You said it like a statement.
I got nothing.
I don't know why I did.
It was so anyway, you're saying that Sonny Edwards broke news inadvertently that there was a leg injury?
I got it. Got a call today saying Whyte leg fucked and it's going early. This ring walk ain't convincing me otherwise. Can you see my phone, or is the...
I see it, yeah. Where'd you get that? You screenshotted that?
No. Boxing _ UK underscore. 52,000 followers. And followed by a bunch of people we know and like.
Wow.
Boxing underscore UK underscore. What that
I
guy
see it.
wrote, okay, was Whyte injured? Sonny Edwards revealing Dillian Whyte had a leg injury before the fight. Hashtag Whyte Itauma, hashtag Itauma versus Whyte. Then Sonny's screenshotted story from IG.
Okay.
Got a call today saying Whyte leg fucked and is going early. This ring walk ain't convincing me otherwise, bro. How do you like that?
I like it.
Thank you.
Okay. I said last week that they're not making this fight. They're making this fight because not because they think that Itauma is the second coming. It's because they think Dillian Whyte is shot. With all that said, Itauma did impress. And again, the praises and accolades you don't think are fair. I'm not ready to anoint him yet, but I think he's the real deal. Meaning, he doesn't go fight. Let's not move him any faster than they should, if that makes sense, right? Do I think he's really good? Sure, yeah, he is. He's also
he's really good.
He's really good.
Okay.
Do I think he's great? I don't know. I don't know yet.
I've seen nothing that tells me he's really good yet. Look,
See,
you know what,
I 100%. I don't see how you can't see that.
you know what will, and it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Dillian Whyte comes back in January and fights a real guy, whatever the fuck that means,
See, okay,
and wins.
Right, but okay, so plenty of guys have gotten finished by a blue chip prospect and never came back. You know, we say it all the time. Oh, he ended that guy's career. He ended that guy's career. So we're all, if you're going to use that, then those guys are all hype jobs.
Okay. I
don't think he's a hype job.
I found the tweet that, what did you call it? What the Itauma Usyk thing made you chippy. So it's getting a little chippy in a basketball game, right?
The turkey thing.
Right, but I'm using that's the term, right?
Yeah. Well, chippy is just like, you get a little
aggravated. It's like,
aggravated.
But they say this game's getting a little chippy.
Chippy.
Some dudes start pushing, then someone swings. All right, this is the Eastern Conference,
right? In all
in the 90s,
right? In all perceived non-contact sports, chippy is a. I guess now they say it in football too. You know what I mean? Like when they're playing dirty. It gets you a little, and you can also use it as, like you said, aggravated. But go ahead. What were you going to say?
So we'll go past aggravated. It starts getting into border, like you're angry, right? Above aggravated, chippy's one, then you're aggravated, then you're like, what? Yeah. I don't fall in love with prospects, but every now and then a special talent comes along who moves me in a way to make a bold declaration. So I'll say it. Moses Itauma is the best heavyweight prospect I've seen in 20 years.
Who said that?
SN Boxing, who is Adam Abramowitz. I never know how to pronounce it. Yeah. I don't know him. But other people have said, oh, you know him, right? He's from Philly. I don't know if he's either a lot older than me, a lot younger than me, if he's an OG.
No, I think he's like our age.
Yeah, then that's even super weird that I don't know him. I have no issue with him as a person or as a boxing scribe. Never had a problem. Don't know him.
I'm looking at his pinned tweet now.
Yeah, don't have anything bad to say. I think that's a wild dart. He's
well, let's see, 20 years.
He
prospect.
So you're going to 2025 and you're going to tell me how it's not a crazy statement to make that.
Because if he said 40 years, maybe.
Look, you have to look at a guy who had a handful of fights in Usyk and made the jump to heavyweight. What was he then when he went up? you're not viewing that guy
I guess you're not
as
viewing him
that.
as a prospect really because of his storied career. Let's use the Usyk comparison. Would you call Evander Holyfield a prospect when he fought Mike Tyson? No. That fight was 2 years in the making, and it was because he was the cruiserweight moving up and had beat everybody
No,
there.
but he fought Mike in 96. When did he go up?
He was supposed to fight Mike in
Right,
91.
but it didn't happen because of the
Right.
weight
Buster
case.
Douglas.
Right.
No, because of Buster Douglas. What I'm saying was Holyfield wasn't a prospect then. So to say
No, but you would have to go back to like the Matthew Saad Muhammad fight or Dwight Muhammad.
I mean, the
Wait,
only like the right.
I
But
don't know. Fine, they're not a
yeah.
prospect. It's just like I don't know, man. It's like more of like, all right, fine, he's right. It's fucking crazy. To me.
I'm not. No, I'm not. What I'm saying is, it's weird language to use.
Take away that. You agree with the rest where he's talking about this is Lomachenko, but at heavyweight, that the beginning
Yeah.
part of it. You see more. All right, so I don't see this. So he said you're seeing a special fighter in Moses Itauma based on 12 fights, and then this one.
I'm seeing a really good fighter. I just told you. Right before we had this discussion, what did I say? I said, do I think he's great? I don't know. That's what I said. Am I seeing a guy that is getting guys out of there real fast? Am I seeing fast hands for a heavyweight? He's pulling guard. He's punching veterans in the gut. He's switching up the speed on the jab. Again, mixing up the body and the head work. He seems very poised, but here's my counterpoint to that. I've only seen pedal to the metal pace, right? So I can't really judge a guy getting guys out of there in one round. My litmus test for him will be not obviously Alexander Usyk, okay? Because I think that's ridiculous, as I said at the top of the show.
Well, if I'm staying on something,
let me finish what I'm saying and then hop in. What I'm saying is I want to see him against a very serviceable veteran, not a guy with a potential leg injury that we just found out. Okay. I want to see him, who I said last episode was shot, and that's why they made the fight. I want to see him with a serviceable guy who can go rounds, who's durable, a durable, serviceable guy. I want to see Itauma's pace past. He's been 6 rounds twice, right?
Correct. Or 4 twice.
I think
it was 4 or 6, but
okay.
Yes.
I want to see him in a scheduled 10 or 12, okay? Past the 6th round with a serviceable guy. Because I can't judge boxing is oftentimes a marathon, not a sprint, right? So I'm not going to judge a marathon runner on their sprint. And what I've seen from Itauma is he's a sprinter. I got to see, for me to say he's the second coming, the best prospect in 20 years. Again, quantify the best prospect in 20 years at heavyweight. It's very difficult to do because we don't get a lot of great prospects at heavyweight. So is it a bold statement to make? Now, if you said he's the best prospect at any other weight, I'd say that's unfair.
Well, if it appears that I'm attacking Adam Bromowitz, I am not.
I don't think you are.
I'd like to say something he wrote that might answer your question. Not question, what you want. Here's his tweet from 11 hours ago. I'd love to see Moses Itauma, Fabio Wardley next. That's a dangerous fight on all sides. What do you think about that?
Yeah,
I like it.
I like it. Sure.
By the way, I don't want Adam Abramovich to think I'm singling him out. I'm echoing the sentiments of everyone I saw on Twitter via his tweet because he's a good writer and he's articulate. Right. There's a lot of people saying the same thing, but they have poor grammar or they're dumb. And I have no respect for them. This is a guy who works for Ring Magazine, Boxing Writers Association of America, Ring Ratings Panel, Transnational Boxing Rankings Board.
And I believe most of that is from Twitter, by the way. I think his career is off of Twitter.
Guys, he's at SN Boxing. Give him a follow. And I don't agree with his.
I follow.
I don't know. No, I'm, yeah. I'm saying I don't agree
I
with
was
his
telling
take
I
on
was telling the
Itauma.
Nakis.
Oh, got you.
Yeah.
I'm not saying to follow him because he doesn't have good takes. He's
Okay,
got
so Ved, real quick, let's go through the heavyweight division for Itauma. Do you like Fabio Wardley? They have him at the ring. Has Fabio Wardley at 10.
yeah. I mean, obviously, my knee-jerk reaction as I watch him dispose of Whyte in a round is to go right to the rankings.
Fabio Wardley's 30?
I thought he was like 22.
That's what I thought.
I mean, you go backwards.
Yeah.
F.A. Ajagba, Martin Bacoli, Big Bang Zhang, Fabio Wardley, Filip Hrgovic. Then you get into the top 5. And when you get into the top 5, not only are you getting into the top 5 of division, but you're also getting into monster fights because all those dudes are from the UK, except Usyk, AJ, Dubois. Imagine what would that be over
And
there.
Caballel.
Caballel's from over there, so you do it in England. It's huge. He's not from the UK, but he's from Europe, and they'll travel. Joseph Parker has fought there a bunch of times, and then Fury, we
Yeah.
just don't entertain him anymore because of the games. He's like Tank. I'm out, I'm back, I'm fighting, I'm not. I beat Usyk, I didn't. His this is the greatest fighter ever of all time about Itauma. It's like, stop, man, stop.
So Ring has Ajagba at 10, Bacoli at 9.
Which is odd. They should be flip-flop because that draw, F.A. Ajagba clearly won.
Big Bang Zhang at 8, Wardley at 7, Hrgovic at 6, Josh 5, Dubois 4, Caballel 3, Parker 2, Fury 1, and of course the
Brendo, Moses will wreck him. Moses would beat Usyk now. Like, that's Fury. It's like, see, man, now.
But what
Adam
does that say about
Abramowitz
what does that say about Fury saying that? Like, if Moses wrecks Usyk, then he wrecks you.
Sure. Well, that was part of his promo, that it's a young man's sport and he's old and
Yeah. Moses Itauma, Fabio Wardley, I like a lot.
make it.
Like, I think
Make it and give Adam Abramowitz the credit for it. I like that too. And like you said,
so. Where do we get? What about? Oh, is he ready for a Caballel? Because that dude is
Caballel's a fucking beast, man.
beast. How tall is Caballel?
This Itauma is not 6'2" either.
No, they had. So last week on BoxRec, it said
right.
6'2". This week it says 6'4.5". And I was looking at all the stare downs and everything. I'm like, he's bigger than Whyte. He's 6'3", Ajit Caballel. And his fight with Big Bang Zhang, he weighed 241. What does Moses Itauma come in at? I mean, let's be honest. So Whyte's not even rated.
You mean rated in the top 10 or rated at all? I mean, we knew he wasn't in the top 10. He's fought 3 times in 3 years.
What about like a Frank Sanchez type? Would that interest you or no?
I'll tell you why it would interest me, because he's smart enough to not get KO'd in one. And if he did, I'd go, yeah, that guy doesn't get packed up like that. This kid's the real deal.
Okay.
This is a Cuban guy who, when he loses, knows how to stink it out and not get his head flown.
Right. But yeah, well,
here's the thing. Me and you call for wars, right?
Mhm.
I want someone to stink. I want a performance like Bone Crusher Smith against Tyson. That's what I want.
Mhm.
I want a guy who is
going to stand there and stand up to him.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at like the likely fights, right? I don't want to see a guy who's potentially hurt or shot.
Isn't Fabio Wardley with Warren? With Frank Warren? If so, Adam Abramowitz is
onto something.
Couldn't be more spot on about what should happen next.
Hey, couldn't be more spot on.
Yeah. I could not disagree with him more in his assessment of Itauma thus far. If he sees something in him,
Well, coincidentally, Fabio Wardley's manager is Dillian Whyte.
did he go in there to set this up?
Maybe.
Diabolical.
Diabolical. I gotta see more. Okay. So I'm impressed with so is that fair? I'm impressed with the win. I still have to see more. Does that make me like a fucking hater?
Well, I'm the hater, so you're gonna look like the Itauma
It's
guy of the
it's
show.
it's Frank Warren. So for the purposes of this show, I'm the Moses Itauma guy.
Definitely,
Okay.
absolutely,
But
absolutely.
if we're just talking, is that a fair assessment of a guy who I think is really good? But he's 20 and maybe a slip by a boxing insider said that the guy he fought had a bad wheel.
Look, this is also a guy that had 3 losses. All 3 of them were by knockout. And it's also a guy that's 37 and a guy that has fought 3 times in 3 years. After we just did that about the Russell brother, we just did that about the Charlos. Let's keep everything even here. I'll tell you something else that Adam Abramowitz said that's spot on and exactly how we think. So just to big him up, to say that we have very similar lines of thinking when it comes to this sport. Someone wrote, Adam, what did you think about the Hrgovic performance? I don't like how he dropped his arms to his sides and at times took big shots. Abramowitz responds, he's like a Rorschach test. If you like him, there's a lot to like. If you don't, he has a lot of attributes that can be exploited. You could not say it better. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I'm definitely
I want to
fan
see,
of Adam Abramowitz.
I want to see, I want to see what Adam Abramowitz recommended. I want to see Moses Itauma against
I do too.
a 20 fight veteran in Fabio Wardley.
And big up to Abramowitz if
In
that fight gets made. And
yeah,
he's the first one to put a bug in someone's ear.
in a domestic showdown of
Domestic the showdown. They can both.
of what I thought were 2 young guys, and it turns out it's one young guy
Right.
and a guy who's like middle aged in terms of
I
boxing.
mean, the Wardley Hooney fight, there was mad people there, bro, at the
Right.
soccer club. So imagine you bring in Itauma, who everyone in the sport but me thinks is the next Ali.
I like it.
I see the big left hand. The I mean, he could not have telegraphed it and looped it more. So I don't see how someone like with Caballero's hands.
But I'm looking at the straight hands to the body.
I'm not telling you you're wrong, bro. I'm telling
him
you
to
you're
drop
not
his
going to
hands.
say nothing to me to tell me that he is what these people are saying he is. If you say we got a nice heavyweight, young kid, big, strong, athletic, he hits like a mule, let's see what happens, then I'm in. But that's not what people are saying. And I have to listen to he's as agile as Ali, but hits like Tyson. I'm not going to fucking listen to that.
Well, I mean, come on.
I'm not going to listen to that.
But you shouldn't. You got to hit the
well,
blockerino on that.
I'm not going to use the word forced. Well, no, when there's people that we respect that say it, not as.
Well, then you say I don't respect you anymore. Block City.
Oh, mute. Stop being a fucking curmudgeon.
Well, you can mute them and they don't know. That's what I do.
I do that to a lot of people, but to some people, that look, a guy just had a take that I don't agree with that has tons of other takes that I do. So there's no reason to do that.
Okay. All right. We got to wrap.
Where can people find you?
At the Killer B24 on Twitter X. That's cesspool. At I_no_that_kid on IG. Find us at KOTB Boxing on IG, KOTB Podcast on YouTube, and write us at kotbboxing@gmail.com. Vinny.
JMTstore.com. The new Invaders jacket. Start a Raiders flip from the early
like that.
90s.
That's so cool.
Tecmo Bowl auras. JMTstore.com. KEOTB shirts. JMTstore.com. God Sent Vengeance, the new album. Everywhere now, streaming If you're into physical product, you could get it at jmtstore.com. There's other merch there, tees, hoodies, hats, all of that.
Don't
Go
forget
cop
the
it.
Hidden Temple as well.
The Hidden Temple, go to jmtstore.com. It is it is a song club. We're gonna give you exclusive joints, one a month, that are never coming out anywhere. These are demos, rarities, things like that. Some of them in various stages of being recorded and never made albums. Some couldn't be cleared because of samples. You're getting one a month, and then at the end of it, you're getting a white label vinyl, like the old school 90s records.
That's
You're getting
cool.
all of them compiled on one joint, and I'm gonna sign that shit. So go get that. The Hidden Temple B-sides rarities record, jmtstore.com. I'm at Box Cutter Pazzi on IG. I'm at Vinny_Paz on Twitter. The Moses Itauma destruction of Dillian Whyte in one round fucked up Billy's parlay. We were about to hit big. We will be getting our lick back next
That's right.
episode. Billy had a bet, B, that both Schwarber and Harper would hit bombs. They both did. So he's like, give me Pazzi picks to play
I
with
had
this
a little,
money.
I
And
had a little funny money.
So
to play with.
in other words, if you listen to me, you would have won.
Yes.
Yeah.
We don't listen to you though, so.
And that's your big fucking mistakes. And now you're living under a fucking bridge eating fucking sardines out of a can.
Billy, where can they
While
find you?
while I'm on the vacation at the end of my block.
At
Billy _Bindlesticks.
Bindlesticks.
Billy Yuns.
Say goodnight, Billy.
Good night, Billy.